Your question, a member from the T and Carleton.
Thanks very much, Mr. Speaker. My question is to the Premier. I need, and so does our city, your urgent action by Thursday. That's when the Board of Directors at Nelson House are expected to shut down the women's shelter for good. This move has already displaced 15 at-risk women and their children with few crisis supports, with the exception of Ontario Works. Sadly, we know that a split second can mean the difference for those women and their children. These 15 beds are part of a larger problem in Ottawa. In 2009, it was found that over 3,000 women were turned away from crisis shelters in our city. That's basically 1 in every 6 women. At Nelson House, it was far higher.
Order,
1
please.
in every 11. The chair of Nelson House has cited a government risk assessment that said the agency was at high risk. Premier, did your government commission this study? Have you or any of your ministers seen it? And will you commit to reviewing it today?
Thank you.
Before it's too late and those beds are closed?
Thank you. Premier.
Speaker to the Minister of Community and Social Services.
Minister of Community and Social Services.
Thank you very much, Mr. Speaker. I think all members are concerned with the potential permanent closure of Nelson House. Just to bring members up to speed, as I think the member alluded to, there has been a temporary closure of the facility, and I want to assure her and assure all members that the ministry has worked to make sure that all residents at Nelson House have been transitioned to safe accommodations. The crisis line, which has been operated by Nelson House, has been transferred to ensure women in crisis are supported. The Executive Committee membership is meeting on June 14th to consider the Board's recommendations to close permanently. This is an independent institution that has that authority. MCSS officials will attend this meeting to address Ministry's expectations and requirements regarding the risks identified with the shelter's governance and management problems. And obviously, Mr. Speaker, based on the decision that the Board makes, we will work very closely to address the results.
Supplementary.
Thank you very much, Speaker. Back to the Premier. There's no question that Community and Social Services has a major stake in the game. So does virtually several other government departments. One of the problems with what's happening at Nelson House is the mixed messages coming from the chair and effectively repeat it today. Speculation is running rampant because the chair has cited a government risk assessment study. She has said repeatedly that, quote, the financial situation was becoming more desperate by the month, and she cited lack of managerial support. The truth is, the management board at Nelson House hasn't been forthcoming, and it will have ripple effects throughout our entire community. And without transparency, the public simply doesn't know what's wrong so that we can help. Will you commit today, Premier, to intervene so our community can get those 15 crisis beds for women and children up and running today?
Minister.
After what the Conservatives did to them?
Mr. Speaker, I know the member would never want to leave the impression that Nelson House is an independent body which contracts with the Ministry of Community Social Services. And Mr. Speaker, the decision that they will reach on the 14th, this Thursday, is based on discussions they're going to have internally. But I want to reiterate, Mr. Speaker, that if they do decide on Thursday to wind down their operations, that MCSS will continue to work with the community at large to make sure that the transition, that those 15 beds that would be closed down, that the community will have the capacity to deal with women who are in crisis. As I said, Mr. Speaker, in my earlier answer, we have worked to make sure that the 15 women that were there have been dealt with in the community, and we're going to continue to work with Nelson House and the community at large.
Thank you. Question, the member from Trinity Spadina.